the King of Glory Sutras called the Exalted Sublime Golden Light, a Mahayana Sutra. Homage to all past, future, and present Buddhas, bodhisattvas, Pachika Buddhas, and Shravakas. Chapter 19. Chapter on the praise by all the bodhisattvas. Then those hundreds of thousands of bodhisattvas approached the Tathagata, Suvarna, Ratna, Karachatrakuta, paying homage with their heads at the feet of the Tathagata, Suvarna, Ratna, Karachatrakuta. They stood to one side. Having stood to one side, the numerous hundreds of thousands of bodhisattvas folded their hands in reverence and praised the Tathagata, Suvarna, Ratna, Karachatrakuta in these verses. O conqueror, your body resembles refined gold, for its glorious presence possesses a golden hue. You are golden, like the golden king of mountains. The white lotus seer has features of gold. Sublime major marks adorn your body in full. Sublime minor signs embellish your body parts. You are brilliant and possess the fine splendor of gold, utterly pristine, serene as the Lord of mountains. You have the voice of Brahma and Brahma's melodic sound. You roar the rumbling song of the lion and that of the dragon too. Your 60-fold melody echoes and resounds. Conqueror, your melody holds cuckoo and peacock songs, utterly without stain, spotless and immaculate, with glorious light. O conqueror, marks of hundreds of virtues adorn you. Your ocean of wisdom is supremely flawless and pristine. Conqueror, like Sumeru, you are endowed with every virtue, with supreme compassion for the welfare of beings. You are the supreme bestower of peace upon the world, granting the state of tranquility beyond death. O conqueror, you expound the highest sublime truth and usher in the serenity beyond suffering. O conqueror, through revealing the nectar of the Dharma, you usher in the deathless city and abode of peace. You are the source of everything serene. O conqueror, you free migrating beings from suffering and liberate creatures from the ocean of misery. You place them well upon the path to peace and give happiness to every being. Nothing can be found that is comparable to the sage ocean of virtue and wisdom, possessing compassion for beings laden with life. You have the powers of love, perseverance, and skill. There is none among beings, even among gods, who in many thousands of millions of aeons can fully explain merely one drop of virtue from the ocean of your supreme qualities. Taking a single drop from your ocean of virtue, I've stated some only in brief. By whatever merit I've thus gathered, may beings touch supreme enlightenment. Chapter 20. Praise to all the Tathagatas. Then indeed the Bodhisattva Ruchiraketu rose from his seat, placed his upper robe over one shoulder, knelt his right knee on the ground, folded his hands in reverence towards the Tathagata, and praised the Tathagata. Lord of sages, you are gloriously adorned with thousands of enchanting virtues. You possess the marks of hundreds of merits. With your sumptuous complexion, you appear supremely serene, as 1,000 suns shining forth with dazzling light. Blazing with myriad rays, you are engulfed with light, resplendent with color like jewels of blue and white. gold, lapis, copper, and dawn crystal light. You pulverize Sumeru, the Vajra king of mountains. You illuminate tens of millions of worlds and soothe their fierce suffering. You satisfy beings with supreme peace. Your complexion and sixth sense powers are bright and beautiful to behold. Your form is a joy for beings to constantly see. Enchantingly beautiful, your hair, the color of a peacock, shines as a lotus filled with bees. You are adorned with the virtue of pure compassion. You have gathered sublime merit through concentration and love. Possessed of sublime minor marks in many colors, you fulfill beings with all happiness. Beautified by enlightenment's seven wings, you are adorned with virtues such as samadhi. Giver of well-being, all peace and happiness stem from you. You are richly adorned with an array of profound virtue and shine vividly in tens of millions of pure lands. Gloriously radiant like a fire's glowing light, you resemble the full solar orb in the sky, endowed with all virtue as is Mount Sumeru. You are magnanimous in every world sphere. Like cow milk, a conch, white lily on the moon, white as pristine snow, the rows of teeth are lovely in your mouth, as a king of geese is graceful in the sky. The precious treasure hair in the center of the horizon of your serene moon-like face curls to the right, stunningly beautiful, like lapis or the sun amidst the sky, bright with light. Chapter 21. The concluding chapter. Then, at that time, at that moment, the noble goddess Bodhisattva Samuchaya praised the Tathagata. Homage to the Buddha, who is possessed of an utterly immaculate mind and presides over an utterly flawless Dharma. Perfectly knowing existence and non-existence, his sublime mind is freed from evil karma's paths. How amazing! The Buddha's splendor is boundless. How amazing! It is like the ocean and Mount Sumeru. How amazing! The Buddha's field of activity is endless. The Buddha is rare as the Udambara blossom. How amazingly compassionate is the Tathagata, the pinnacle of the Sakya kings, a son among lots of men, that he has expounded such a sublime sutra as this in order to nurture and guide all beings. With his senses serene, the Tathagata Shakyamuni has entered the city of peace most sublime. So profound, calm, and pure is your concentration. You abide in the victorious Buddha's domain of experience. In this way, the bodies of Shravakas are empty. The most sublime or bipeds dwells in emptiness too. As all these phenomena are empty by nature, those lacking empty nature are not found at all. Unwavering and steadfast, I remember the conqueror. Always I am anxious to behold the Buddha. Fervently and incessantly I pray to glimpse the fully enlightened Tathagata's Son, constantly planting my knees on the ground. In sorrowful thirst I long for the conqueror. In a pitiful voice I sob for the leader. Deeply thirsty for the Sugata's sight I remain, as I incessantly blaze with anxiety's fire. Bestow upon me the cooling water of your sight. O Buddha, act for me with compassion. Grant me the boon of your appearance, For I suffer with thirst for your sublime form. Satisfy me with the water of your compassion. You are the refuge of all beings, including the gods. Thus the bodies of Shravakas are empty. All beings by nature are like in a dream, like space and the nature of space, an illusion, a mirage, or the moon reflected in water. O Buddha, you are endowed with a great empty. Then the Tathagata arose from his seat and spoke in a Brahma voice. Excellent, noble goddess, excellent again to you. When the Tathagata spoke in this way, the bodhisattvas led by the noble goddess Bodhisattva Samuchaya, the daughters of gods such as the noble goddess Saraswati, the hosts of goddesses such as the noble goddess Sri, the divine kings such as Vaishravana, the whole assembly and the entire will of gods, humans, asuras, Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Mahoragas, and so forth, rejoice and greatly praise the speech of the Tathagata. This ends the 21st chapter, the concluding chapter from the King of Glory Sutras, the Sublime Golden Light.